My name is Blessing Doe. On today's edition of Trending Stories on Mogyabi TV at Facebook and YouTube, we are asking our viewers, firstly, what is your current standard of living in the country? According to the Ghana Statistical Service, your year-on inflation has crossed the 30% mark to hit a 31.7% mark in August 11, 2022. So we are asking our viewers, what is your current state of living in this country? You can just tell us in the comment section, tell us how much you spend on food commodities currently. Now, moving on to our first story, there has been a request for the president to reshuffle his ministers. Now, he is saying that they are doing outstanding jobs and there is no reason for him to reshuffle them. According to him, he claims there's no basics for the demand. Most of them, according to President Akufo Addo, have exceeded his expectation, so there is no need for there to be a reshuffle. Now, he is saying that these are calls from the other opponent parties, claiming that his ministers are not doing the right thing. Therefore, there is no need to reshuffle his ministers.
People are making a lot of noise about this matter.
Okay.
But several of the people who were responsible for assisting me to steer the country out of the difficulties that we inherited,
Okay.
and out of the difficulties that have subsequently come, are still in place.
Okay.
And many of them, for me, have done an outstanding work. Their output has been considerable. And that's what I look at.
Okay.
There's an issue about reshuffle or the performance of ministers. It isn't as if it is something that every now and then my mind comes to.
Okay.
It's a daily preoccupation for me.
Yeah.
I'm required on a daily basis to ask myself whether the output of particular ministers is up to the mark. I am not the final authority, and if they're not up to the mark, I'm required to act.
Yeah.
But if the output measures the expectations, then I don't have any strong reasons to heed the call.
Okay.
I'm not disputing that there is quite a lot of attention on it, but I also think it is important for us to have a really holistic look at this matter and be certain of what we're doing. But as I say, it's not no responsible leader, president, prime minister will announce, I intend to reshuffle my. No. If you're going to do it, you do it. If you're not going to do it, you just continue.
Now, moving on to our next story, Fitch Ratings has reduced Ghana's credit ratings from B negative to CC. They are giving Ghana a negative economic outlook. Now, they are saying after 8 months, the agency claims the downgrading is as a result of Ghana's governmental financial issues. It was stated that this is contributed to a projected absence of access to Eurobond markets, resulting in a material loss in external liquidity. Without any further external financing sources, Fitch anticipates that by the end of 2022, Ghana's international reserves will be less than 2 months' worth of current external payments. The Akufo Addo administration has appealed to the IMF for a support program after a difficult 2022 that saw Ghana in the midst of an economic crisis. The government's fundamentally low revenue as a percentage of GDP and high interest costs, according to Fitch, have increased the possibility that IMF help will require some sort of debt treatment.
Highlights for July 2022 rate of inflation. July 2022 rate of inflation stood at 31.7%, indicating an increase from 29.8%, which was recorded for the month of June 2022. We decompose this from two perspectives, from a food and non-food inflation perspective, and from a domestic and imported inflation perspective. From a food and non-food perspective, we record food inflation 32.3% and 31.3% for non-food inflation. From a domestic and imported perspective, we record domestic inflation 29.2% and imported inflation 31.3%. From a regional perspective, we identified Eastern region recording the highest rate of inflation of 38.1% and the Upper East region recording the least inflation of 19.8% for the month of July 2022. Highlights from a monthly perspective for the month of July 2022, month-on-month inflation stood at 3.1%, indicating a 0.1 percentage point increase between June and July 2022, as we did record 3.0 for the month of June 2022 relative to 3.1 for the month of July 2022. Decomposing this from a food and non-food inflation perspective, food inflation month on month 3.3%, non-food inflation 3.0%, indicating a 0.3 percentage point difference.
So we are asking the question we first asked when we started this video. How is your state of living currently? How is your standard of living in the country currently? How much you spend on food commodities? How much you spend on transport? How much you spend on utilities? Just comment. This is Mogyabi TV. On YouTube, this is Mogyabi TV. On Facebook. My name is Blessing Doe. Have a good day. Join us same time another day.